All right, all right. What's going on, guys? I gotta throw a couple of pieces of information out there right off the bat. First, my allergies are killing me. It's been that way all day. So if my voice starts cracking, you have trouble hearing me, just let me know. I'll try to speak up. But I'm also flying solo tonight, Lady Preppers in Iowa, with the Iowa crowd up there. And I know they're dialed in. So let's see who else is here tonight. All right, Lori was the first one with us. There we go. Appreciate that. Tammy Joe kicked in. Of course, like I said, there's Lady Prepper. She misses the dude. All right. Pauline Parker's with us. There we go. I'm glad you got your sticker. Michelle J. Tennessee's in the house. Michelle, you got your apple juice? Nectar of the gods. All right. Let's get on with it. Who else we got down here? Linda Farrow. Yeah, there we go. Short-lived saints in the house. Oh, who else we got down here? Let's take a look, see. Debbie Jones is with us. All right. Hey, I'm heading back out to that range probably next week. So if you want to join me, I'll let you know before I go. I got to get back out there. That's a fact. I can't believe the way I shot that rifle that day. Still pissed off about that. Hey, there's my man, Rural 2IC. Got to share something with you guys. Me and him decided we were going to swap out channel coins and stickers, which we did. Hope you can see those. That coin is awesome. He has a barn on the front of his there. And Scorpion Metals makes these for us. But the detail on that barn is amazing. You can actually see the slats of wood that the barn is made up of. It's just amazing. If you want any kind of custom made coins or whatever, hit him up, Scorpion Metals. He's part of our family here, and I'm glad he is. But let me throw this out. Look at this. I cannot believe I got this. This is amazing. Rural sent this too. This is amazing. This is an amazing piece of art. It's a good heavy duty knife. It's got a Damascus blade on it. I don't know if I can get that where you can see it. Maybe right there. It's just layer after layer after layer of steel that's forged together. And it's a solid piece of steel from tip to toe there. This is a great piece of equipment. It'll be on my hip every time I go hiking from now on. I want to thank him so much for that. It wasn't expected. But man, I'm going to tell you what, this right here is an amazing piece of equipment. Even the sheath, it's handmade. It's made out of leather, heavy duty leather. This is nice stuff right here, guys. And that handle, did I show you the handle? The handle right there. Man, this thing is a work of art. I asked him who made it. He couldn't share that. It's confidential. But that's all right. But all I know is whoever made it is an artist. That's for sure. That is a great piece of equipment, and it looks beautiful. And I appreciate it, buddy, so much that you decided to share that with me. That's part of what we do here as a prepping community. We share with each other. That's why, I like having these prize drawings I have and sending out equipment or whatever. And that's just part of it. And you demonstrate that every week here. And I appreciate it. I sent out a lot of stickers this week because you paid it forward. And if you're not subscribed to his channel over there, you should be. So go over there and do it. Rural 2IC. Man puts out some amazing information, and he does some great work for us. So let's go over there and support him. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it so much. Who else we got down here tonight? Let me see. Lynn Stalker's with us. All right. And Texas Raider, my man right there. I hope you missed all those storms the other day. Boy, that was a mess down there. There was over 500,000 people without power down there the other day. Thank goodness they got that, most of those folks back online, and they're up and running. Glenn Anderson, I know he missed the storms. Me and him hooked up since then. Thank goodness. Greg Harmon's back. 4th and goal. Buzz Runner. All right. I got all the cool kids here. There's my radio buddy, Nick L. Yeah. Metal's with us. There we go. Yeah. Like I said, I got all the cool kids here today. That's awesome. Janet Neese is back with us. You're going to get a wrench. We'll give you a wrench. Here's a new one. Opie Mach 1. Thank you for joining us. Thank you very much. Hopefully I won't let you down. I'll share some information here, maybe entertain you for a little bit. Wanda Landry's with us. There's the rest of the Iowa crowd right there. Yeah. I don't have Lady Prepper here to take care of Tucker for me tonight, and I know he's going to be a pain in the butt, so hopefully it won't be a problem for the next 30 minutes. So we'll see. Who else we got down here? Let me run through this right quick, see if I missed anybody. It's good to see you new folks here. I do appreciate it. Todd Neese made it. All right. Yeah. Thank you very much. But, all right, let's get on with it. I got some good folks here, so let me get on with what's going on. I got something to share with you first. It's kind of funny. All right. I posted this on Facebook today. It says, just in case you can't read it, just pretend you don't see the big diesel generator in the background while you charge your electric car and save the world. All right, it's a picture there, as you can see, of an electric EV charger, and it's charged by a diesel generator that's in the background. Within minutes, I got this. They warned me that they might restrict my account if I keep spreading this false information that's been checked by independent fact checkers reviewed a similar photo and said it was missing context and could mislead people. How could it mislead people? It's a photograph of what's there. How could that mislead anybody? Especially if you're like me and you've actually seen these things before in real life. I've actually seen that before, where there's 3 or 4 charging stations and they got a diesel, they're hooked up to a diesel generator that kicks on when the power gets, to a certain percentage. It kicks on and recharges the batteries for the charging stations. But you can tell election year's in full swing here, guys. It's coming. They're going to start doing, censoring us again over things like that. That electric car stuff is just bull crap. Let me put it that way. Hill Bill made it. Big Fork, Montana, my man. All right. There's Shireen, my girl. Go over and check her out, guys. She's got a great channel over there, too. She does a lot of weapons reviews and hunting, a lot of hunting and harvesting animals. Go over there and check her out. She's another one that YouTube's been messing with. Another thing happened to me this week. You guys know what happened with my subscriptions. They stripped off 500 subscriptions. Let me put that back up there for a minute. Shireen Survival. Go over there and check her out, guys, and subscribe to her channel. Like I said, they stripped away over 500 subscribers from my channel in the last 2 weeks. Well, I've been watching the numbers, and I've also noticed that I'm losing views on my videos. I'll put out a video and it'll have, 800, 900 views. And then I go back and it had 630 views. How do you lose views? I thought once somebody saw it, it counted. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're doing some, some of that new math, that Obama math that they tried to institute a few years ago, the one that said that 91 million unemployed Americans is 5% of the population. Maybe they're using that kind of math. I don't know. Hey, Diane, glad you made it, girl. All right. But they're straight up attacking prepper channels. And, I work my butt off, guys. I do it. It's not just a simple matter of turning the computer on and talking in, to your Google machine here. There's a lot of work involved in posting a video. They don't care. They don't care. They don't want you to see it. It's that simple. Well, I'm going to put out some this week that this coming week. I know they're going to restrict them because they're pew pew related, but there's one that really needs to go out there. There's Genesis, my man. Go ahead and put your website in there if you can, Genesis. I want everybody to go over and check your website out. Got some great products over there. But I'm going to put out a couple. Like I said, I was doing some research on something today that was involved with that. And all the videos that they had were like 12, 14, 15 minutes long. It might take 2 minutes to explain it. So look for that. It's coming. They ain't going to like it, but it's coming. But that's one thing. That happened to me. So I had to talk about me, right? To you guys, thank you for being here. All right, the Trump trial. Let's get to that. Don't know if you guys heard about this. There was another witness that was supposed to testify before the defense rested their case, and the judge wouldn't let them do it. And he basically said, no, that ain't happening. I can tell the juror what he's going to say. So, he nixed that witness, and then he went on to explain to the jurors what that witness was going to say. But it's not fixed or anything. So I didn't know if you guys saw that or not. It's ridiculous. But that did happen. Here's another good piece of news. Ohio, the state of Ohio, it's in their state constitution that any candidate for president has to be certified and on their ballot 90 days before the election. Well, it turns out the Democratic convention is only 75 days before election day. So their candidate won't qualify. So it's going to be fun to see them scramble and see what they do with that. Yeah, it is. I mean, they might have the best candidate in the world. I don't know. But if they don't do it in time, I don't think it's going to be there. We'll see. Ohio might crumble. They probably will. What they call Republicans nowadays are just rhinos. There should be two parties, the Communist Party and the Conservative Party. Do away with those labels you got now because they're a damn joke. There's nothing democratic about the Democratic Party. And the Republicans don't stand up for the Republic anymore. Very few of them do. But that's just my opinion. I could be wrong, And if the Democrats do nominate Joe Biden, why in the hell would anybody vote for that guy? That would be like, I saw a meme the other day on social media. That would be like the captain of the Titanic backing the boat up and taking another shot at the iceberg. That's stupid. Anybody that votes for that man now is stupid. Stupid. You heard me. I said it. All right. I'm about to get off on a rant. See, I need Lady Prepper here with me. Let me go on by that. All right. What's going on in the world? Russia. Vladimir Putin's starting to do to the United States what the United States has been doing to every country in the world since the dollar became, the world standard for exchange. He's starting to take money from Western companies in Russia. This past week, he seized the profits from a brewery over there that's owned by the United States. And he took some J.P. Morgan money. You won't see that in the local media, the mainstream media, because they don't want you to know that. Got another one coming up here they don't want you to know about that might affect you. I know it affects your children or your grandchildren. I know that for a fact. But let me get there. But, basically, like I said, he's doing what the United States has been doing to companies, to nations for years. He's just taking their money. There we go. All right, my man. Yeah, the unknowns. Who else we got down here? There's Scorpion. I just plugged you, buddy. I hope you heard it. If you didn't, you know what that means. You got to go back and watch the whole thing after it's over. That's the only way I get credit for it anyway. Happy to see you's in the house. Yep, it's stupid. But another thing Russia did this week, it's been confirmed by the State Department that Russia put a satellite up there, and its sole purpose is to just knock out U.S. satellites. I don't know how it's going to do it. I don't know if it's going to do it, with projectiles or lasers or just an explosion or whatever. But it's been confirmed. The State Department did confirm it. Finally, after it came out on several of these smaller news sources, they finally did say, hey, yeah, it's right. It's real. So, hey, Patriot, what's up, buddy? Edith is with us. All right. Been talking to your son. Everything's going good with you guys, so that's a good thing. Good to know you're getting better. But here's one that affects you, your children, or your grandchildren, and nobody's talking about it. It's amazing. You got to go find them secondary sources that'll tell you the truth, guys. Don't listen to the mainstream media. There's talk on the Hill in Congress to put together a selective service registration in secret. And it's going to include every male, not female, just males, 18 to 26 years old. They're trying to get it going. They're trying to make sure they have enough votes to approve it before they make it public, but they are doing it. Now, this is one of the warning signs that, this program's about right here. Why are they setting up the United States for a draft? Good question, right? I know why, because they know we're going to go to war with somebody within probably the next 4 or 5 years. So there you go. If you got children or grandchildren that age, if you're that age, you're going to be on the list. And if they want you, they're going to come get you. They're going to let you know, come on, you got to report, just like they did back in the day, back in my day. And if you don't, they're going to come get you. It's that simple. But get ready for it, guys. They see it coming. This is one of the warning signs I'm telling you about. They know what's happening. They're going to prepare for it. And that's the way it is. Here's the sad part. I'm going to say probably 20% at the most of American males can meet the physical needs, the physical requirements necessary to be a good military person. I know back in my day, we had to run a certain, a mile in a certain amount of time. We had to do an obstacle course, that wasn't easy by any means. And there were other things we had to do, but I guarantee you, there ain't 20% of American males today that can meet those standards. And if they do lower the standards to get enough people in there, then guess what? We got a weak army. We got an army, or I should say a military, that can't defend our country. It's that simple. Garbage in, garbage out. It's that simple. And when you're depending on maybe 20% is an optimistic number. We've been have an entire generation of young men who grew up sitting on mom and daddy's couch playing video games, munching on Hot Pockets. You think they are going to be able to do those things that need to be done to effectively protect this country? No, they're not going to be able to do it. And you're going to have so many of them, not just physical issues, have mental issues. They're going to break down. And the way our military is right now, they'll just say, okay, go home. Go home. We're in trouble, guys. We're in serious trouble because these are the people we're dependent on. Another warning out there. Of course, we've been hearing this one for a long time. It's about time people stepped up and started doing something about it. The EPA, even the EPA, that leftist bunch of, socialist people over there, they're warning that our entire water system is susceptible to a cyber attack. Duh. We've been hearing that for months. maybe about a year now, you need to make arrangements to make sure that you have the water you need. Now, I know there's all kinds of, things out there that say you need this much water or that much water. You need to figure out how much water you need to survive and make sure you have a way to harvest that water, because you can't stock up the amount of water you're going to need. It's impossible. It takes up too much room. It's too heavy. It's hard to just basically have that much on hand for, let's say, a month. If you got 4 people in your family and you're going with the minimum amount of 1 gallon per day per person, that's 120 gallons of water you have to store somewhere. And that's just for 1 month. What if it's a long-term problem? You got to get out there and find a way to harvest that water where it's safe for you to drink. Now, a lot of people, especially here in Florida, we got lakes everywhere. People say, well, I'll just go down to the lake and get me some water and boil it and drink it. That's not going to work. Not going to work. That'll kill the parasites in the water. You strain it and you get the solids out of it. That's great. But there's all kinds of chemicals in that water that boiling it will not neutralize it. You got to have a good filter system that will do that. So you need to look into that now, especially if we got even the EPA telling us it's going to be a problem. They're one of the worst departments in the federal government. The FBI has been telling us that. State Department's been telling us that for months. How often does Chris Wray show up on Capitol Hill and tell those folks up there, well, we got a terrorist threat. It's bad. It's real. We got to get ready for it. How many times have I showed you he's done that? Numerous times. And now we got this group telling you that. Need to make some arrangements, guys. Oh, here's another one right here. Citigroup. Everybody knows Citigroup. They're the 4th biggest bank in the United States. They're telling all of their investors that the economy is going to crash. Now, who else have we heard that from lately? We heard that from JP Morgan. We've heard it from Bank of America. We've heard it from the IMF, the International Monetary Fund. They're telling other countries in the world that the U.S. dollar is going to crash. Maybe we need to start paying attention and make some arrangements. And one thing that happened this week that I thought was hilarious was, I have investments in gold and silver. The bottom fell out on precious metals this week. Silver dropped over $2 an ounce. Gold dropped over $100 an ounce. While at the same time, the U.S. dollar was trading negative on the world market. That's impossible. It's impossible. If the dollar's worth less, you need more of those to buy gold or silver. Oh, excuse me, guys. That's those allergies I was telling you about. But yeah, I'll get pinball a wrench. Absolutely. Sorry, I'm not watching this over here. But whenever the dollar goes down, it takes more of those to buy precious metals. So naturally, the price of precious metals has to go up. They're manipulating those numbers to try to save this economy, but it's not going to do any good. When we have our, biggest banks here in the United States telling us it's going to crash, we have, the World Bank, International Monetary Fund saying it's going to crash. It's going to crash. Do what you can to hedge that off too. So right here, we've talked about 3 things you need to start getting ready to take care of. Your water needs, because that's no big secret. They've been saying that for months. I've been telling you that for months. Our water system's susceptible to a cyber attack. Our actual need for protection, because the United States is going to start drafting these young men again. Why not young women too? Yeah, I believe in equal rights and equal pay. So let's get the young women too. But like I said, they're not going to be able to protect us. You got to protect yourself. And all of our money's going bad. You see it every day. The federal government tried to say for a long time, well, the U.S. dollar is going to be dominant, for decades still. No, it's not. The reason why it's been dominant for as long as it has is because there was no other option. And now China is building an option. BRICS, China and Russia, Brazil, whoever, there's numerous countries in that now. Now there's an option, and they're trading in their currencies away from the dollar. I saw an article the other day, I guess I should have brought it in here, where the BRICS countries did $40 billion in trade outside of the U.S. dollar in the last 2 months. That hurts us, guys. And China is selling off their treasury notes all over the world for anybody that's dumb enough to buy them. The U.S. Treasury notes they're holding, they're selling them off. They're doing that because now they see they can get away from that dollar. So they're going to get rid of them before they collapse. But when they go to these smaller countries that owes the United States money, if they join BRICS and they get off the dollar, then all of those dollars come back to the U.S. Let's say some little country owes the U.S. $100 billion. And they buy that from China at a reduced rate. And they tell us, okay, United States, here's your $100 billion. And they send it back. That makes every dollar we have worth less. Plus, the United States can't tell them what to do anymore. When the United States weaponized the dollar, they were setting us up for this collapse. You need to get ready for it, guys. I'm not scaring you. I'm just telling you the truth. I'm showing you here that it's out there and it's happening, and you need to get ready for it. I got off on a rant. I wasn't paying any attention over here. Susan, you're in here with us. Thank you very much. What we got here? We should do like Israel does, mandatory service for everybody. That's right. I agree 100%. Every young person should have to do 2 years of military service. And in return, guess what? They get 2 years of free college. That would help out right there. What else we got over here? Let me see what else we got over here. Let me see if I missed anything I need to bring up here. What we got here? Water's very hard to store in an apartment. Yes, it is. That's why I say get you a filtering system. And get you a way to, harvest that water, transport that water, and take it to where you need it when you need it. If you get a good system, that's not a problem at all. Pinball's with us. I want to give my man a shout out. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate what you did for this channel. You're the man. Regularly, I promote you here. I tell everybody that you are an information machine, and I mean it. I get a lot of my stuff from him. I hope he don't mind. I'm just passing along what he's telling us. Tennessee getting some rain. All right. I watched your video today. You said it was pouring pretty bad up there. Tamara's with us. Thank you very much. But I think I've ranted enough here, guys. My ice is dying. Tucker's over here moaning. Like I said, I ain't got Lady Prepper to take care of him tonight. But I appreciate every one of you being here. Go over and subscribe to Shireen. Go over and subscribe to Rural. Check out jsgenesisdesign.com. Go over and check that out too. I'm sure he'd appreciate it. Next week, we're going to do our annual hurricane season special, where we just got to tap in there and make sure everybody's ready to go, because hurricanes are already, the storms are already starting to fire up in the Atlantic. Nothing big is formed yet, but the temperature of that water down there right now is higher than it has ever been in this time of year. So I think we got something coming. So join me next week. Let's talk about that. And the things that we're going to talk about are not just good for hurricanes. They're going to be good for pretty much any situation. So I hope you'll join me then. Lady Prepper will be back here to help me out. And Hopefully this thing will be a little more organized. My voice is dying, guys. I got to get out of here. I love you all. Thank you for being here with me. Appreciate every one of you. So with that, I'm going to say stay strong, keep prepping, and pray for the United States. The Orlando Prepper is out.